Hi guys, and welcome back to Lily White FC, and today not an episode of Lily White Lane. I haven't recorded a Lily White Lane episode for a while, and the main reason why is because last week I was sick and I wasn't able to record anything. I just didn't feel like it. I was purely ill. Every ounce of energy that I had went into looking after my twin girls, so unfortunately I didn't have the energy to record any videos. And to be honest with you, Lily White Lane has not been really getting the views that I thought it would do, so what I've decided to do is kind of just put it on the back burner for the moment. I doubt I'll return to it for the rest of the season because, to be honest with you, the season's almost dead. Team of the season's around the corner, and that's going to be where I'm going to be trying to concentrate on my main account and trying to get every single Spurs team of the season player I can on that account. And I've been mainly doing that really over the last couple of days. So as you can see from the title at the bottom though, the reason for this recording today is because I would like to make a past and present Spurs squad, and the main reason why I want to do this is because a very world famous streamer YouTuber called NICK28T has a past and present series which he does usually every year, and he's done the Spurs squad. I actually watched him do the Spurs squad live on stream, and don't get me wrong, he did get some good half decent players in, not half decent, he got some really good players in there. He got himself Gareth Bale in there, which goes into any past and present Spurs squad, but he also had access to Legends, which I don't have because I'm on PS4. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Legends next year. Sort it out, EA. But I'm going to put together my past and present squad, and I'll do a comparison. So I'll show what Nick's past and present squad is, and I'll put a comparison of my one, and you guys can decide which one is the best. I'll play a couple of games with the squad that I build, and just have a little bit of fun with it, really, you know what I mean? So let's get into the squad. So I'm going with a 4-3-3 formation to allow me to fit in some players into the squad who will be in their natural position, and some other players who have played in this position previously, not currently this season, for one player in particular, which will be a left winger who will be playing out of the position in their squad, but he has played left wing in the past, and I believe he still could potentially play left wing in today's squad if he needed to. So the first player we're going to go with is the right wing player, and there's no surprise to anybody that the person that's going to be going into the right wing is Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale is without a doubt one of the best right wingers in the world. He's basically when he was at Spurs, he was the best right wing that you were able to get in Spurs squad. And to be honest with you, I think that if he was wanting to come back to Spurs, he'll be welcomed with open arms in an instant like that. So that's who's going to be in right wing. Now it's going to be quite hard to get chemistry with Gareth Bale, apart from one player who is more likely going to be no surprise to anybody else, and that's going to be Luka Modric. Luka Modric, obviously a great player, absolutely amazing when he was at Spurs. I don't think he tried to force a leave to Chelsea. Chelsea went in for him, but Chelsea turned around and went, Levy turned around and went, nah, we'll sell him to you next season. The following season, he had another blinding season at the Lane, and then he went to Real Madrid afterwards, because I don't think Daniel Levy was up for selling him to a rival. Right back. Now, the best right back that you can potentially get at this particular moment in time in the world, in my opinion, is Kyle Walker, and he's the best right back in the Premier League. He's the best right back in the world. He's the best English right back. For pace and dribbling and passing and even shooting on occasions. He basically kind of has it all at this moment in time. We're going to move it along into the centre back. I feel the best centre back to put in this right hand centre back is going to be Toby Alderweireld. Yet again, I know I'm biased being a Spurs supporter, but in my honest opinion, I think that he is, to be honest with you, the best centre back in the Premier League. In the current season, I feel that Toby Alderweireld and Aspi, the Chelsea centre back, usually plays left back. Them two should definitely get the centre back team of the season starting positions. Moving it back into the goalkeeper position, yet again, very limited players that I can actually put in this team, and I'm putting in who is currently the best goalkeeper in the Spurs squad at this moment in time, and more than likely one of the best goalkeepers in the world, Hugo Lloris. Going to move up to the striker position now. Now, if I did have legends, I would put in Teddy Sheringham, because Teddy Sheringham, amazing player, absolutely amazing player. Hargreaves would be like, another player that I would put in there if he was on, if he was an available player for this. But for this, I'm going to be putting in the current Spurs striker in Harry Kane. Harry Kane's going to slot in there. He is by far, so many people said he was going to be a one-season wonder. They have no idea what they were talking about. He's a 3-season wonder, and he's going to be a 4, 5, 6, 7-season wonder. He's one of our own. He's not going anywhere, I believe. Next player that I'm playing in this position is actually going to be somebody who's playing. I've got him there as a centre mid in Dele Alli, but I recently did the Squad Builder Challenge for the Player of the Year award, and I picked up the loan Dele Alli. He comes out as a cam, but I'm just going to stick him in there as centre mid player. Look at those stats for the Young Player of the Year award. 88 pace, 93 shooting, 90 passing, 94 dribbling, 90 physical, and 75 defending. Absolutely amazing all-round player, and somebody who, to be honest with you, is absolutely a dream to play with. Right, so left wing, as I said to you already, we do have somebody who currently plays in a cam role at the moment, or sometimes plays as striker. But at the beginning of the season and also last season, you would have seen him play as a left wing or left forward. So I am putting in at this for the Player of the Month award, even though I do have his cam card. I'm putting in Son. Like I said, I do have his centre forward card there, which I can fit in and would still get some good chemistry. But I'm going to put in the left forward card just so I can actually have a nice green link there between him and Harry Kane. And obviously he's still going to be on 10 chem. The centre mid that I'm going to put in here is also going to be another current Spurs player. I know that there's a lot of current Spurs players in here, but the subs bench is going to be loaded with previous players, but they're not as good as the current Spurs players. But Christian Eriksen goes into the centre mid role there, and he'll be playing obviously off the left of Dele Alli, and he could also be put into this left wing position because last season he was a left wing player, and obviously he's kind of more coming over to more of a central midfield, centre attacking midfielding player. No surprise who I'm going to be putting in left back. He doesn't have a special card, but he doesn't need one, but that's going to be Danny Rose. Absolutely amazing left back. Yet again, think he deserves a position in the team of the season. Only time will tell, because obviously the injuries he's had recently, whether or not he will get a team of the season card, but we will see. And the other centre back that I'm going to put in here is going to be Jan Vertonghen. So completely closing out the team. Basically looking at that team, the whole squad there, apart from Gareth Bale and Luka Modric, would be the current Spurs squad. They're second in the league. They're probably playing the best football out of everybody. Chelsea have turned it on again recently, especially last night. But to be honest with you, that squad there is the current best past and present starting 11 that I think you can get into the Spurs squad on PlayStation 4. So moving into the subs now, I do have a lot of past players going into the subs bench, because even though Spurs have got some good backup Spurs, players that play in the current squad at this moment in time, none of them have any kind of past kind of connection with Spurs that some of these players do. So the first player I'm going to put in as a goalkeeper, and he's down here. He's now a silver card, and it's Paul Robinson. Now, Paul Robinson is obviously famous for the England game where the ball was passed back to him. And the ball went over a bobble in the grass. He went to go and kick it, but kicked straight underneath. The ball bounced over his foot. He kicked straight underneath it, and then it went straight in the back of the net. And that was the beginning of the downturn of Paul Robinson. He was an absolutely amazing goalkeeper for Spurs. He was famous for actually scoring a goal from a free kick in his own penalty area, and he never celebrated that goal, which was very classy of him. But like I say, he is definitely a definite player who definitely deserves a spot in his past and present squad. Next, we're going on to a centre-back who currently plays in the Premier League, but isn't in the current Spurs squad, and that's Younes Kaboul. Now, he did have a spell at Sunderland before he went to Watford, but when he was at Spurs, he was a true out-and-out Spurs player. He loved playing for Spurs, and I think if he was given the chance, he would like to play out a couple more years at Spurs. Like the next centre-back that I'm going to put in, now I actually haven't got him yet, so I'm actually going to go and have to buy him. He's not very expensive, mind, but yet again, this guy was a true out-and-out Spurs player. He absolutely loved Spurs. He hated the fact that he had to go to Hull and had to leave the lane. But Michael Dawson, absolutely great guy. I actually had the joy of meeting him on a night out in St Albans once. And he was a great guy. He was fun to chat with, and he was he's a good guy, like, you know what I mean. And that's why I think he deserves a spot in the past and present squad. So moving up into the next position, we have another player who doesn't currently play for the Spurs squad, but would more than likely be welcomed back with open arms, even at his age, and that is when I bring him up. Don't think it's this far down. Where is he? I'm going to search for him about. Alright. That is Rafael van der Vaart. Absolute free kick specialist. Still in love with Spurs as well. He's currently in love with Dele Alli at the moment, like everybody is. Man City, keep your hands off. But Rafael van der Vaart, in my opinion, and from what I can remember him playing, was an absolutely amazing player. If we got him one season earlier, I wouldn't see why he wouldn't have played out the rest of his career at Spurs. He loved playing in the shirt. You just could see him, Gareth Bale playing together. I just loved when he played against Arsenal, and he got a brace against Arsenal. Absolutely amazing player, and definitely somebody who I would welcome back as a coach instantaneously. Honestly, I think he's amazing, absolutely amazing. Okay, so moving on. Next player we're going to add into the squad is Moussa Dembele. So Moussa Dembele is an absolute monster of a guy. He is huge. As you can see here, he's 6'1", but he is built like a brick house. He is a giant of a man, and he's so dominating in the middle of the pitch. So many football players say that they would actually pay to go and watch Moussa Dembele play. That he's that good of a player. He's very dominant in the centre midfield role. He kind of played more centre defensive midfield last year. This year, more of a centre midfield kind of role, kind of box to box centre mid player. To be honest with you, like I say, he is an absolute beast of a player, and he would easily get into any squad in the world at this moment in time. Moving on to the next player, and the next player is going to be somebody who left Spurs a little while ago, came back, left again, and almost thought he was going to come back again, but he didn't. He went to Sunderland. Now, yet again, he has had absolutely the best season you could possibly imagine at this moment in time, even though he's been playing for Sunderland, who are almost but relegated from the Premier League. He's an absolutely amazing striker. He got back into the England squad this year, and to be honest with you, I would love for him to play out a couple more years at the Lane. I'm sure he would more than likely be happy to come back and sit on the subs bench and be a super sub to Harry Kane. But like I say, I'm not in charge of the transfers at Spurs, so unfortunately I don't think it's going to happen, but I would definitely get Defoe. And one last player who I'm going to put into the squad, who I would also yet again welcome back, who some Spurs fans that I've spoken to wouldn't want to see him back, but to be honest with you, I think he is an absolutely amazing player, and I would welcome him back tomorrow, and that's Gylfi Sigurdsson. Absolutely great free kick taker, has bags of energy. He is definitely one of the better players to put in from the past to go into this current squad. So that's the squad then. Starting 11, as I say, speaks for itself. You've got the best players in the current Spurs squad. You know, we've got, out of the players that we've got here, so we've got informed goalkeeper, informed defender, informed right back. He's got a team of the year card, which I can't afford. He's got an inform, but even though he's been injured most of the season, he's got a player of the month card, and also he has got a player of the year award as well. He's got a player of the month award, inform card. These are the only two which are normal cards. You know, that says everything you need to know about the current Spurs squad. Like, you know, the majority of players have inform or player of the month or player of the year awards. It kind of just speaks volumes to me, to be honest with you. And like I say, every single player here, all of the past players apart from Moussa Dembele, every single one of them have had their heart on their sleeve at White Hart Lane. You know what I mean? So I'm going to now take a screen print of this. I'm going to put it up, and we're going to put up NICK28T's past and present squad, and I'll leave a little voting button in the top left hand corner, and if you want to vote and just say who you think has the better past and present squad, I'll appreciate that. So we're going to go into a couple of games now, and fingers crossed we'll be able to come away with some decent wins, because I really would love to get a couple of wins with this squad. So let's go do that. So we're coming up against a guy called Francesco's FC Alexis. He's got himself a full French squad there, ranging, you know, from different players all the way around the different clubs around Europe. But for some reason he stuck Moussa up at striker. Obviously can't afford Gamero or Benzema or Remy or Lacazette, anybody who basically would play up that striker role, and obviously Suarez can, unless he's obviously going to surprise me with somebody with a sub. So let's see what we get. See how we get on, shall we? Man, how frustrating! 2-2 and that bloody result there. That's so annoying. I played so much better football than him. I didn't make any subs because I was really happy with how everybody was playing. You know, look at these results. Look, you know, I've got Toby Alderweireld on 9, I've got Christian Eriksen on 9.3, Harry Kane on 8.3, Luka Modric on 8.2, Jan Vertonghen on an 8.3. You know, so annoying. Anyway, I got 1 goal from Christian Eriksen, 1 goal from Harry Kane, and the assist came from Eriksen and Luka Modric. You know, you'll see from the stats here in a second, you know, how much of a close game it wasn't. I had 10 shots to his 7, and my 7 shots on target. But look where his shots were compared to mine. Yeah, again, like, you know what I mean? All of mine are I'm trying to work myself in. Actually, he worked himself into the area a lot more than I thought he did. But I would try to work myself into the area, and, you know, I mean, my 2 goals came from inside the area. His 2 goals did not. Anyway, such is life, I suppose. Let's have a look at the goals. So I opened up the account with Christian Eriksen with a lovely goal from Christian Eriksen. I actually was quite happy with this goal. Well taken, and then just popped it in the back of the net there for a nice little free ball from Luka Modric. Lovely. And then he got this goal from this actually came from a free kick, but he turned the player and, you know, shot across low cross body, and Hugo Lloris just stood there and looked at it. So a little bit annoying on that one, but Harry Kane came back with a breakaway ball there, which was very tasty. I could have laid it off for a dirty goal to Christian Eriksen, but I know that Harry Kane's got that in his locker to go low cross body. But then look at this goal. I mean, Hugo Lloris had no chance against this, to be honest with you. This came from a corner, and yeah, can't take it away from that goal. That was a peach of a goal. So that's that game done. I'm going to play one more game, and hopefully, you know, come away with a win on that game. So I'll show you the team in a sec. So the next guy we're coming up against is called Bidiots. He's got himself a Premiership team there. He's got some nice players there. He's got himself Bali and also El Mohammadi on the right-hand side, right back there. He's a great card. I played with him before, and it's a good card. Is it enough to take on my past and present Spurs squad? Only time will tell. I'm so annoyed. I am so annoyed with that freaking 3-3 result there. Absolutely. What the hell is he doing there? So annoyed. Oh, mate, I am so salty. Absolutely so salty off that result. I should have buried that guy. He was absolutely woeful. He had 2 players sent off. He was freaking slide tackling everywhere. I dominated him on shots on target. Oh, how the hell he managed to get 3 goals past me, I never know. First goal, I give it to him, like, you know what I mean. Right, okay. I don't know what Jan Vertonghen was doing there. You know, I had no control over that player there, and I wanted to go back to the beginning of that highlight there just so you can actually see. I'm going to show you this highlight again. Look at Jan Vertonghen here. Look, why does he run away from the ball for? Ball. R3. Right. He ran away from the ball there, and I had control of Kyle Walker at the time, right? So no, sorry, I had control of Luka Modric here, and I was passing him off there, and then basically it then changed to Jan Vertonghen. He looked running towards the ball, and then goes, no, don't want to run to the ball, and then runs away from the ball, and then goes, no, actually no, I will go after the ball, and then completely freaking fuck up the tackle. Look, yep, nuts, yeah, cheers to that, and then boom, and then straight in the back of the net. So after that, after the first 8 minutes, I was a little bit annoyed, but then I managed to come back with a goal from Harry Kane, managed to barge my way through, and then just slide it in the back of the net there, which you know, made me happy days. He then got a red card on the edge of the area for a sliding tackle on the back of Gareth Bale there, instantaneous red, which to be honest with you, not surprised after that sort of tackle. And then Gareth Bale managed to pull this, won the ball out. Happy days. Yeah, again, you had a happy little teddy bear sitting right here again. Until this. Why did Danny Rose not freaking tackle him? I had Danny Rose on, and I pressed the bloody tackle button, and look, he barely tackles him like 2 minutes later. Like, I know that you can't put everything down the button delay. I know that you can't. All right, I know that you can't put everything down the button delay here. But I had Danny Rose on selection there, and I basically put the gentle tackle button in to basically, you know, just to pop the ball out, and hopefully he'll pop out there to Dele Alli. But no, he basically ignored the button command. He goes and scores, and then he barely puts in a tackle. This game's so annoying sometimes. Yet again, come back with Harry Kane, managed to barge my way through with that ball, and you know, I would be salty if I was him, because I'm sure he tried to tackle me there, but you know, managed to get the ball through. I was happy. It was like 3-2, right? Okay, come away with a win, happy days. But no, then this happens. I don't get it. Every single time that I have a chance to basically take a tackle with one of my defenders, Jan Vertonghen and Danny Rose in particular, they do the freaking tackle after the ball goes past them, after I've commanded them to take the tackle. So look, Jan Vertonghen, I press tackle the ball. Oh no, I'll tackle the ball after he freaking goes past me and puts the ball in the back of the net. Anyway, that's my past and present Spurs squad. Even though you know, I didn't end up winning the either of those 2 games, you know, that's the way it is, and such is life. You know, can't do anything about it. Thanks very much for watching the video. Please subscribe if you're new, and I will see you on the next video soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.